field for Arkansas High. On the mound is number 12, Ty Wade. Catcher is number 11, Chuck Trumbull. First baseman, number 16, Shane Sutton. Second base, number 8, Trey White. Third base, number 15, Jackson Ship. At shortstop, number 10, Ryan Wardlaw. In left field, number 4, Dylan Flores. In center field, number 1, Luke Paxton. And in right field, number 5, Alan Beth. And batting second for the Tigers is third baseman, number 6, Jacob Yao.
Welcome back here to Tiger Field. I think we've got our feed back up now. We at least hope we do, so we're not just talking to each other. Brian Bolton, Eric Aiken here at Tiger Field. The Arkansas Razorbacks get on the board first in the top of the first inning. They score 2. We're here with 1 out in the bottom of the first. We've got Ty Wade on the mound. There's a ball on the field. We're going to have a short break in the action. Not sure where that baseball came from.
I don't know, but there was a close call at first base. If you weren't able to see earlier, it was a close call with Luke Smith at first, and So I don't think the coaches were too excited, and the dugout from Texas High was too excited. But
A nice breaking ball on the outside corner for strike number 3. That was number 6, Jacob Yao. That's going to bring up number 10, the catcher for the Tigers tonight, Cody Reese.
yeah, Cody's a quarterback for the Texas High football team and expected to be the starter next year.
First pitch, breaking ball in there for strike number 1. Ty Wade on the mound tonight for the Razorbacks. Scott Trumbull behind the plate.
Cody's got a lot of speed, so anything in the infield could be a threat.
Fastball high for ball number 1. Going to even up our count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, if you missed some of the bottom or the top of the first, the Razorbacks did score 2. And no runners so far for the Tigers. 2 up and 2 down. Cody Reese at the plate, the 3-hole hitter. 1-2 count to him. Fastball outside for ball number 2. Going to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ty Wade wanted that pitch. He was headed off the mound to the dugout.
You know, I've been kind of watching here.
Well, we thought it was going to be a base hit from Reese, but a diving catch by Jalen Betts out in right field, and that'll be 3 up and 3 down for the Razorbacks. So no hits, no runs scored here in the bottom of the first. We're going to head to the second inning. The Razorbacks lead 2-0. We'll be back with some words from our sponsors.
I'm Dr. Matt Young from Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital. We have expanded to increase our outstanding services for our community. We are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We are a full-service emergency department and are now offering inpatient services and outpatient imaging. Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, real ER without the wait, where your hometown physician owners are always here for you.
Welcome back here to Tiger Field. The first pitch of the second inning from Luke Smith, going to be high for ball number 1. It's going to be number 16, Shane Sutton for the Razorbacks. Up to the plate, Brian Bolt alongside Eric Aiken here at Tiger Field for a nice weather. Nice night for baseball.
It's beautiful baseball weather. The wind's kicked up, and Old Glory and Texas flag out in center field have picked up a little bit. You can actually see them on the pole now.
Yeah, that's right. So that fastball going to be low for ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Luke Smith, another fastball, going to be inside for ball number 3. Leadoff man this inning is going to be number 16, Shane Sutton, playing first base for the Razorbacks tonight.
3-1 count here. You got to go right at him. That's what he
This
does.
one is right at him, and it's going to be lined down the first base. Chalk, but it will just be foul.
Tell you what, the way these Razorbacks have come out in this game, apparently Coach Berry's pep talk in between the 2 games has really helped him fire these guys up as they've come out, and it's different body language, and
Yeah.
that's the way baseball is.
Coach wasn't happy after the last 10-run loss the game prior to this, so he took his field down in the bullpen, and they had a little chat, and they've come out and played a lot better here in the first inning of this ball game. And so after that foul ball, he takes the next one for ball number 4. And the leadoff man, Shane Sutton, will trot down to first base.
Well, and you you know, you coached a little baseball. I think you've been in those situations where you're like, I know my team's better than what we're playing. And so you just got to give a little motivational speech to just get these guys believing again.
That's right. So that's going to bring up the 8-hole hitter, Jackson Ship, for the Razorbacks. He squares around the bunt, pulls it back, but it is in there from Luke Smith for strike number 1. Shane Sutton stands on first for the Razorback. Both innings here, the Razorbacks have got the lead man on base. It led to 2 runs in the first inning. They've got men on already here in the second. The 0-1 pitch from Smith. Fastball outside for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Ship. Nate Minnie holds the runner on over at first base. Smith to the plate, a breaking ball, swung on and missed for strike number 3. That'll be the first out of the second inning.
That pitch was absolutely beautiful, that breaking ball that broke inside out. It was a perfect pitch there in that situation by Luke Smith.
Yeah, and a nice job there by Smith. I think everyone in the building knew the off-speed pitch was coming, but just couldn't hit it.
I think we're not in a building, we're in a park. I'm just clarifying that, folks. Texas High is not built an indoor baseball field.
It's a figure of speech.
I understand. I'm just checking on you, man. I just had to mess with you. It's a lot of fun.
That one fouled off for strike number 1. Dylan Cloran, the 9-hole hitter for the Razorbacks, takes that one on the outside corner for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Dylan Cloran. Runner on first for the Razorbacks. The 0-2 pitch, a fastball. He rung him up. That's out number 2 for the Tigers. A fastball right down the pipe to Cloran, and he rings him up for out number 2 here in the top of the second. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Jalen Betts. He had a base hit to lead the baseball game off in the first inning. So a runner on first. Betts at the plate. Fastball driven out into left field. It's going deep, way back. And it's going to be caught right at the warning track by Brennan Allred. And that'll be out number 3. And so no hits, no runs scored, and 1 man left on for the Razorbacks. But the Tigers are coming to bat right after these messages from some of our sponsors here on Texarkana Game Day.
Providing excellent customer service while keeping everyone safe is a top priority here at State Bank. We are making your banking experience safer and easier with our new curbside banking program. Almost anything you need to do inside the branch can now be accomplished with curbside banking. Need to open an account, pick up a debit card, or hands-on help with mobile banking? Just pull into a designated curbside spot, call the number on the sign, and a State Bank team member will come assist you quickly. We are excited to bring you this convenience and are thankful to serve you. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Welcome back to Tiger Field. Brian Bolton, Eric Aiken. We've got some Friday night baseball for you. Ty Wade on the mound for the Razorbacks. The Razorbacks lead after 1.5. They lead 2-0.
We do not have the rights to this music. We want to make sure everybody understands that so we don't get cut off. But it is a beautiful Friday night here at Tiger Field. Great crowd tonight for crosstown rivals. This is the only sport they play each other in all year long.
Yeah.
Because the rival has been stopped with football, basketball, but this is the only sport that they play each other in. And so excited to see this tonight.
Great weather if you're at home and you want to get out. We're just in the bottom of the second. Come on out to the ballpark over here off of Summerhill. We'd love to see you out at the ballpark, but if you're at home tuning in, we appreciate you taking the time and having to listen to Eric and I once more.
That's right. The Tigers played earlier today. They played Camden Fairview obviously out of Camden, Arkansas, and they won that game. I believe the score ended up being 7-3. I'm not exactly sure on the score, but it was a little bit closer, I think, than the Tigers expected. But they were able to pull the win out, so they come into tonight. And then, obviously, Arkansas High is playing back-to-back, a little doubleheader action here tonight.
Number 8, Nathan Steele at the plate for the Tigers. He's got a 3-1 count here in the bottom of the second. Ty Wade on the mound for the Razorbacks. A fastball right there. It's going to be driven to shortstop Ryan Wardlaw. He scoops it up and across the diamond. Going to pull the runner off, or excuse me, pull the first baseman off the bag. And so that will put the leadoff man for the Tigers standing on first base.
That was a great infield hit there, and it's why you run it out. I mean, if you're a young baseball player, happen to be watching this, there's a great example of why you run every play out. You never know what's going to happen. You have to force them to make errors.
And the center fielder, Knox Pilgreen, he'll drive one right up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to advance the runner. And so a nice job right there, a knee-high fastball, first pitch from Ty Wade, and he drives it right back up the middle. So the first two batters of the second inning for the Tigers, 2 base hits. They're standing on first and second, just like that. Big number 16, Dalton Rowley. He will step up to the plate for the Tigers. And speaking of Camden Fairview, one of my best friends, the head coach for Camden Fairview, so I hate to see them go down today, but Troy Keith, he and I played high school sports together, both from Magnolia, and so he is the head baseball coach over there, has been for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years now.
It's awesome. You know, high school baseball is pitching can make you and break you. You know, a lot of teams will have one good pitcher, and then it's that 2 through 4 guy that just really, that's the difference maker. And so when you can get a lot of good pitching, and I think Texas High's got that this year, and if they can start putting some things together, I think they can be a great team that can make a deep run. I think this Arkansas High team is a great test with them losing to Longview 10-1, who is in Texas High's district this year, and in the baseball district. So it's going to be interesting to see the difference. Of course, different pitchers. There's a lot more to baseball than just, hey, we beat them, so we should beat this other team. So it's a little different situation.
3 balls and no strikes to Dalton Rayleigh. Ty Wade, a fastball off the outside corner, going to be ball number 4. That'll bring Coach Lane Berry out with no outs here in the bottom of the second. The bases are loaded for the Tigers. That'll bring up number 7, Brennan Allred. So we're going to have a short break in the action here.
A little mound visit.
Yeah, and you know
we got music playing. There we go.
Yeah. Well, we don't want the music too loud.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stay here and talk over the music for just a minute. And
Brian, you or I do not have rights to these songs whatsoever. We do not have. We don't own the rights.
That's right. We
don't own it.
That is right. And, you know, speaking of high school baseball, I'm back to my buddy Troy Keith.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's not watching tonight, but I do know some people from Magnolia are watching. And, you know, the funny thing is during my coaching career, we played against Troy. He was in Camden the whole time. I was in Magnolia and then at Lakeside. So I coached in the same conference my entire coaching career. He never beat me in anything. I am 12-0 against him in baseball and football. So I just wanted to make sure I put that out there live on the air.
So I'm trying to see, is this are you bragging?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. 100%.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So
one of your best friends, and I mean,
first pitch a strike there. So
never beaten me.
So
Here's a breaking ball in the dirt, going to get away from Trumbull, but he tracks it down pretty quick, going to even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'd love to hear his side of the story. I might have to catch up to him.
He will tell you he'll be here tomorrow. I'll ask him in front of you.
Yeah, we'll have to do an interview sometime.
Ty Wade on the mound, Allred at the plate. That one was very close to catching the jersey.
The infield for Arkansas is on the grass as they're trying to knock anything down to prevent the run as bases are loaded for Texas High. So you can hear the helicopter in the background taking off from the hospital. Never a good thing when the helicopter's taking off.
Breaking ball in there for strike number 2. Going to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the second. Bases loaded for the Tigers. They're down 2-0. But they're knocking on the door. Ty Wade, the ace for the Razorbacks, on the mound.
Boy, it sure would be a fun time to see a bunt down third base line.
The
But they're
2-2
not going
pitch.
to.
It's almost as good as a bunt. It's back to the pitcher. He's going to go to first base. He's going to be out at first, but not after a run scores. Number 8, Nathan Steele, will cross the plate for the Tigers, and they'll cut into that Razorback lead. And what a big time for a senior to step up to the plate. The SAU football commit, Nate Minnie, he will step up to the plate, and what a big time it would be for him to drive one into the outfield and score 2.
Talked to Coach Smiley over at SAU. They're excited to be getting Nate Minnie next fall to play football. And matter of fact, he mentioned him specifically. So really excited to have him as the H-back tight end position for the Mule Riders next fall.
So he's going to take that first breaking ball that hung high for ball number 1.
So as a matter of fact, he was talking to my wife and I, and he mentioned specifically Nate. So he was thankful to have him. Of course, his parents, both of his parents went to SAU, and so.
His cousins?
Yep, his cousins. Who are his cousins? The guy, the 12-0 guy?
Alumni.
The alumni.
Proud alumni. Ride or die, baby. Go Mule Riders.
That's right.
The 2-0 pitch to Nate Minnie is going to be fouled over the backstop. He wishes that he had that one back. That one was right down the pipe for him. He fouls that one off. Going to bring the count 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
If Nate hits one out right here, I don't know that his head will fit into that dugout. He'll be so excited.
His head barely fits in that helmet as it is, but he's a big kid.
He is. He's a real big kid. He's got that football body for sure.
The 2-1 pitch to Minnie. It's a fastball, but it's high. Going to even up the count. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Try to get him to chase something high there. But that ball looked like it might have just released a little bit early out of his hands, out of the pitcher's hand, out of Ty Wade's hand.
And if Ty Wade walks Minnie here, which Minnie's a big kid, it's not the end of the world. First base is open, and then you've got the 9-hole hitter, Cheney, coming up. That one almost hits Minnie. He'll duck it because he knew it was ball number 4. No need in taking that one when you were going down anyways, and so he'll trot down to first base. I guess you'll call that a trot. Not sure what that was there, but put his jersey back in. His dad coaching first base down there, so they'll have a little bit of a chit-chat. But that'll bring up number 14, Robert Cheney. Bases loaded with 1 out.
You know, baseball is a father-son sport a lot of times, and so it's got to be fun from a high school level to have your dad or the dad to be coaching the son. I don't know if the son likes the dad on the field or not, but I think it's good for Nate and Coach Minnie.
So 2 balls, no strikes from Ty Wade here to the 9-hole hitter, Robert Cheney. He's a right fielder for the Tigers tonight. The Razorbacks still lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the second, but the Tigers knocking on the door, bases loaded.
Yeah, Robert Cheney, I believe he's a senior as well. Had a great junior season last season, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's committed to go somewhere. I'm not for sure where it is, so I don't want to start quoting colleges. But been a great player for this program for the last couple of years.
Yeah, and a very nice mustache as well, if I must say.
My goodness.
The 2-0 pitch to Cheney. It's going to be high. They're going to say it hits him, and so he's going to trot down to first base, and that's going to score the tying run. Number 9, Knox Pilgrim, will trot in from third base, and we've got a tie ball game here in the bottom of the second. Base is still loaded for the Tigers, and only 1 out. That's going to bring up the 1-hole hitter, Luke Smith.
So Luke trying to help his own cause here as he's the starting pitcher for tonight.
So Ty Wade struggling a little bit on the mound right now. And they call a balk on Ty Wade. He's going to argue with the umpire. And time's going to be called. Coach Lane Berry, who was actually a Division I collegiate pitcher,
Sure was.
probably know just as good as anybody out here. And
played for Arkansas back in the day.
he was actually pitching from the windup, so I'm not really sure what he did to balk. I think that may be what Coach Berry is asking. I'm not real sure where. I think he said he broke his he broke his knee. He moved his knee. But not sure what the call is, but you're never going to win that one. Coach Berry, of course, frustrated from the game earlier and probably not happy having a 2-0 lead, and now he's down 3-2. Runners on second and third with the one-hole hitter at the plate.
I've seen a lot of baseball in my lifetime, even this year already, and this is the most coaches visits I have seen so far to umpires in one game.
First fastball right down the middle for strike number 1.
You heard me.
I like to visit. I always like to visit. This one going to be driven out into center field. Luke Paxton, he's under it. Runners are going to tag. 1 run will score. We hope Nate Minnie makes it there. Man, if the cutoff man would have been a little deeper out, they would have gave Nate Minnie a run for his money, but he tags up and scores from third, and the Tigers extend their lead 4-2 over the Razorbacks. 2 outs, though, here in the bottom of the second. The Tigers scored 4 so far. Runner on third. It's going to bring up Jacob Yao.
Yeah, Luke Smith with the sacrifice fly there. And, man, the dugout goes nuts for him, understanding the purpose of what he did, and congratulating him on that. I know Luke was frustrated with himself. You could tell by his body language, but the dugout lifted him up saying, hey, we scored the run. We, padded it by 2 with a 4-2 lead now.
Breaking ball in there for strike number 1. Going to even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jacob Yao. Ty Wade still on the mound for the Razorbacks. The 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball. It's going to be driven over the head of the shortstop. That's in the gap, and that's down. That'll score another run for the Tigers. And number 14, Robert Cheney, he'll score from third base, and a nice base hit by Jacob Yao.
So in a scoring update, as we're – did you have something you want to say about this game?
No.
Scoring
Go right
update, and the only reason I'm saying this is Southern Arkansas is beating Arkansas Tech 10-0. But in the game, batting right now, as a matter of fact, is Chris Sutton, who is a star player here for the Texas High Tigers. And he has been the starting second baseman all season thus far as the Mule Riders continue to be undefeated in conference play so far.
It's always a good day as a Mule Rider when you beat the Wonder Girls.
So they're winning 10-0, bottom of the 6th inning, and so they're looking to put that one away and hurry up and get done and go home a little early tonight.
I think they're going to Pettigrew may go to the bullpen and get old Johnny D out there, huh?
I don't know about that.
10-0 may not be enough to bring him in yet.
I'll tell you what, though, their starting pitcher, their Friday night pitcher is pretty special. He struck out over 50 in 5 starts. He can go.
Number 10, Cody Reese at the plate for the Tigers. 1-1 count. Wade will pick off over to first. No tag applied. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. The Razorbacks score 2 in the top of the first. And the Tigers answer with 5 so far here in the bottom of the second.
And for the record tonight, we won't say it, but it's pretty special tonight. He's got a no-hitter going through 6.
I thought you said we wouldn't say it.
Well, but
you just jinxed
You
it.
just had – no, I didn't.
I'm going to make sure Pettigrew knows. Here's a 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball, but it's outside for ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to number 10, the 3-hole hitter, Cody Reese. Cody Reese catching for the Tigers tonight. Jacob Yao, the third baseman for the Tigers, stands on first. The 2-1 pitch from Wade. It's a breaking ball, and it's going to be fouled out of play over the first base dugout.
So deuces are wild here at the ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
So back in play, the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be a fastball, and it's going to be driven right up the middle. And coach is going to wave him around. He'll go from first to third. We're going to have a play. And he's going to be safe at third base. The ball bounced off the base. And Cody Reese will have a stand-up double with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. A nice piece of hitting right there by Cody Reese. Waited on his pitch and then drove it out into the right center gap.
You know, that's just knowing your team, knowing that you've got speed on the base path. Cody Reese having a lot of speed, coming from first to get over to third. And with 2 outs and a lead, that's
Nathan Steele at the plate. First pitch going to be a fastball, and they're going to say it hit him as he spun away from the ball. So he'll trot down to first base. That'll bring up number 9, Knox Pilgrim. So the Tigers right now having their way with the Razorbacks. The Razorbacks started off the game pretty hot.
They did, and the Tigers weathered the storm. I mean, you're going to have to weather those throughout the season. And
this one going to be on the ground to the second baseman. That's White. He'll go over to first, and it's going to be dropped. It'll roll to the dugout. That's going to score 2. And both runners will advance, and just a mishap there. Trey White at second base for the Razorbacks throws it over and just a little off the mark. Shane Sutton couldn't quite get a hold of it, and it'll roll to the dugout, and 2 more will score. That'll take the Tigers' lead 7-2 over the Razorbacks.
You know, the Razorbacks came out hot, like you said, in that first inning, and didn't play bad in the second inning, and it's just like the wheels fell off all of a sudden, and they've caught up to Ty Wade's pitching.
The DH, Dalton Rowley, will step in. That fastball going to be in there for strike number 1. I think I may be calling his name wrong. Dalton Rayleigh. Second fastball outside for ball number 1. Going to even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
English wasn't your best subject, was it?
I got a degree. That's about all I can say. A breaking ball in there for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's no hyphen over it, so I don't know how to pronounce it.
Gotcha.
You got to put a little hyphen over it.
Yeah.
Ray. That breaking ball going to be swung on and missed, and so 7 runs scored, 4 hits for the Tigers here in the bottom of the second. 2 men left on. We're going to take a break. It seems like we've been here forever, but we'll be back with more Texarkana Game Day Baseball right here at Tiger Field.
Leading off for the Razorbacks is center fielder Luke Paxton.
go a young man by the name of Lavert Paxton.
Lavert.
That would be his older brother.
Okay.
And Lavert played, had a great career at Arkansas High and went on to play at Arkansas Tech for a few years. So specifically remember him.
He's going to take off on the first pitch. A nice throw down there, but not going to catch him. It's got to be a really nice throw to get Paxton. And so, as we mentioned earlier, Texarkana Game Day along with Tiger Vision here tonight to bring you this rivalry baseball game on this beautiful Friday night. Brian Bolton, Eric Aiken with you. Luke Smith on the mound for the Tigers. That fastball to Ty Wade going to be right down the middle for strike number 1.
For the record, we're excited to be with you.
Yes,
We're
yes,
excited
we
to
are.
be with you on
Yes,
this
we
Friday
are.
night. Beautiful.
We don't get to call
baseball.
baseball together very much,
No.
so it's nice to. That breaking ball going to be down for a base hit through the gap. They're not going to catch Paxton. He's going to come around from second and score. And a nice base hit by Ty Wade, the Arkansas Razorback commit. Tonight's game being brought to you in part by Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital. With their experienced physicians and personal great care, Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital is your superior choice for minor and major emergency needs. Stop by and see Dr. Young and his staff, or give them a call at 903-838-8000. So a nice bunt for a base hit by Paxton to lead off the inning. He comes around and scores on the base hit from Ty Wade. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Ryan Wardlaw. That one going to be in the dirt and get by Cody Reese, and Ty Wade will trot down to second. So the Razorbacks cut into the Tiger lead, scoring 1 here in the top of the third. The Tigers still lead 7-3. Not sure what the time limit is, but there are time limits here.
Hour 45.
With this tournament game. This one going to be a short hop over to the third baseman. He'll scoop it up and across the diamond to Nate Minnie for out number 1.
Does a great job there holding the runner at second base, looking him back, and then getting the ball over to first base.
Yeah, that's number 6, Jacob Yao, man in the corner. He's not a very big guy, but he plays big over there at third base. A great job right there, and plenty of arm strength to hold that runner and get it across for the out. That's going to bring up the catcher, Scott Trumbull. Pitcher from Smith. It's going to be fouled right over the backstop, and that guy's.
Ball lands in the crowd, and you thought somebody was going to die the way that thing was coming across.
That guy's wife got out of the way, and he acted like he was going to catch it. And then he
bailed.
whiffed it. He whiffed it.
Huh?
He whiffed it. Nice breaking ball by Luke Smith. Falls in there for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Scott Trumbull. 1 out. Here in the top of the third, the Razorbacks have scored 1 so far this inning. It's still down 7-3 against the crosstown rivals, the Texas High Tigers. Luke Smith, another breaking ball, big swing, but nothing there for number 11, Trumbull. That'll be a strikeout for Luke Smith for out number 2.
Next batter is second baseman, Trey White.
You know, Luke spoke at a couple of Fields of Faith that we did this year. We did one by video and one live, and did a phenomenal job sharing his story, of just how he came to know Christ, and his story it's just really unique. And so if you see him tonight pointing to heaven or pointing up, he really means that. It's not just a gesture for him. It's coming from the heart.
Yeah, Luke Smith.
Always like to point those types of things out.
He's a good guy. Nice to talk to. You could tell when you carry on a conversation with him what kind of character that young man has. Not only is he got very high character, but he's got a pretty good fastball on him. That one going to be swung on and fouled over the backstop for strike number 1. Trey White at the plate for the Hogs.
You know, and Luke is he's worked really hard to get where he's at. He, you know, didn't have some things, some tools, and man, just started sharpening the axe, and man, just found his way to get a scholarship to go to Louisiana Tech next year.
That'll be the third out of the inning. And And so no runs, or excuse me, 1 run will be scored, 2 men left on for the Razorbacks. That's going to do it for the top half of the first inning. We're coming back with the Tigers headed to the plate right after this.
A shield against the elements. Comfort in the midst of chaos. Shelter in the aftermath of destruction. For 75 years, Shelter Insurance has remained true to our promise to be there when you need us most. This is the heartbeat of our company, our why. Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life.
In Arkansas, see Brian Bolt for a free insurance review.
Welcome back to Tiger Field. Brian Bolt alongside Eric Aiken. Tiger Vision and the Texarkana Game Day bringing you some Friday night baseball here on the Texas side of town. Tonight's broadcast being brought to you by Gregor Auto Group. If you're in the market for a new auto, Gregor Auto Group is exceeding expectations from sales to service. Go view the wide selection offered by Gregor Auto Group at gregorauto.com. And what a play by Wardlaw. A shot to shortstop. He spins around and slings it over to first base, and a nice stretch there by the first baseman, Shane Sutton, for out number 1. The bottom of the third inning. Nate Minnie, the SAU commit, step up to the plate. Nate Minnie bats in the 8 hole for the Tigers. Wade on the mound. Not a very good swing there by Minnie. He tries to check his swing, but he goes around. That'll be strike number 1. Ty Wade on the mound for the Razorbacks. Trumbull behind the plate. That second fastball going to be in the dirt for ball number 1. Going to even up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. The Tigers still lead 7-3 over the Hogs. The Arkansas Razorback commit on the mound for the Razorbacks tonight. The Razorbacks of Texarkana. That one will be inside for ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Minnie. The 2-1 pitch from Wade. It's going to be right up the middle. Wardlaw grabs it, and he slings it over to first base, and it's going to be off the mark, and Minnie's racing for second, and he's going to be in there safely. Minnie's a big old boy, but he gets around to second base. And Minnie's got a double. So we thought we were going to see the second nice play in a row by Ryan Wardlaw at shortstop for the Razorbacks, but just couldn't quite get the throw across the diamond on the mark. And Nate Minnie, with 1 out, stretches that into a double. So a runner in scoring position, and that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Robert Cheney. Wade, a fastball, low in the strike zone, swung on and missed for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch, an off-speed pitch. It's going to be hit down the third base line. He's going to look the runner back, and he's going to be way off the mark at first base, and both runners will be safe. That was a high chopper down the third base line, and Jackson Shipp just did not have time to look the runner back. He either needed to hold that one and keep Minnie at second, or he needed to field it and immediately throw it across the diamond. Too much time in the air for that ball. So all runners are safe. Cheney safe at first, Minnie over to third. That's going to bring up the one-hole hitter, Luke Smith, for the Tigers. Cheney takes off to second. This one's going to be hitting the gap, and it's going to score Minnie. Cheney's rounding second. He's coming to third, and coach will hold him up there. Luke Smith, a nice base hit right over the shortstop's head, scores one. It's going to extend the lead for the Tigers, 8-4 over the Razorbacks. Are you muted, or are you just not talking?
You're doing a good job, man. I don't know why you need me.
Just like you to be here for moral support.
You're doing a great job, Brian. You're doing a great job. Welcome to the Bolt Show, folks.
Again, runner on first to second. Runner takes off. No throw down to second base.
Yep.
Number 14, Cheney. He's around to third base. Luke Smith will. Is that Luke Smith out at second base? So Jacob Yao stands in now at the plate. That breaking ball hangs high for ball number one. Going to even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
No hitter broke up in the top of the 7th inning.
And you know why?
As the Mule Riders lead 12-0 with 1 out. So it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher.
It's going to be number 2, Jacob McGuire. He's a senior outfielder for the Tigers. He will come in to run for Luke Smith. So 1 ball and 1 strike to number 6, Jacob Yao. The infield for the Razorbacks in on the grass. Going to try to stop the bleeding. The 1-1 pitch from Wade. It's a fastball outside corner, called strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Yao.
And we just lost the scoreboard. The entire scoreboard just turned off.
There we go.
It's back on.
It's back on. Just a little glitch. The 1-2 pitch. It's a wild pitch. It's going to bounce right back to the catcher. And he didn't know the runner was coming home. And that runner will score with no throw to the plate. So 9 runs for the Tigers. 3 for the Razorbacks. Runner stands on third. That's McGuire.
You know, I was watching Coach Berry a while ago on one of the plays, trying to teach the guys certain things. And there's sometimes you just have to eat it, so you live to play another day instead of throwing it around. So, and just like that, it's a 1-hitter for the Mule Riders, and as they win 12-0 in 7 innings, that's pretty special. The kid has given up less. He's given up a no-hitter, a 1-hitter, a 4-hitter, and a 1-hitter. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good career.
Pretty special.
Yep.
Pretty special. Ty Wade not happy with that last ball. And that's going to be 3 balls and 2 strikes to the 2-hole hitter Yao. That one right down the middle, but high for ball number 4.
Put runners on the corners for the Tigers. Once again, your score is 9-3 in favor of the Tigers here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
So they tried to steal a base there, which not a bad idea. Go getting a run down, score the run. But Yao will step back on first. We'll see him take off here on the first pitch. It's going to bring up Cody Reese, the catcher for the Tigers. Wade picks off. He's thinking the same thing, throws over to first. So a lot of excitement for this game tonight. Kind of died down a little bit with a 6-run lead by the Tigers right now. Pitch from Wade, outside corner, called strike number 1. Runner on first and third for the Tigers. Here in the bottom of the third, they've scored 2 so far here in this inning. The 0-1 pitch from Wade. This one's going to be driven out to right field, and Betts will track it down. The runner from third will tag. The runner from first will not. But a nice job there by Reese to drive one deep enough into the outfield to score the runner from third. And so now they extend their lead 10-3 over the Crosstown Razorbacks. He's going to bring up number 8, Nathan Steele. He's the second baseman for the Texas High Tigers tonight. Two outs here in the bottom of the third. Breaking ball in there for strike number 1. You know, Eric, it's almost 9 o'clock. It's almost my bedtime.
I'm starting to feel it over here, I'll just tell you. Be at track meet all day, kind of worn out.
The 0-1 pitch. First baseman puts a good little tag on him. He comes off the base a little bit. The umpire says, "Nah." He kind of helped him off the base a little bit.
Push him off there.
Hey, try anything you can. Make the umpire make the decision.
I think desperate people do desperate things.
Time is called at the plate by Nathan Steele. Ty Wade taking a little too much time there on the mound for Steele's liking. Still a step back in the box, and we're back to play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coaching staff from Texas High not happy that a balk was not called there. Here goes the runner, the throw down to second base. Did he get him on the foot? They say no. So a bang-bang play. Wardlaw pleading his case that he caught him on the shoe. Umpire says no. Coach Berry going to make his way out. Coach Berry thinks that maybe he caught him on the shoe, or maybe Coach Berry's just had all that he wants to see. He might want to go sit on the bus for a little while. Let's see what happens as Coach Berry makes his way out to talk with the umpire.
I think sometimes you if you're a coach, you make your way out there to settle your team down a little bit. You know, let your pitcher kind of regroup. Let everybody regroup, and it just gives you guys time to go, okay, let's pull it together.
2 balls and 1 strike to number 8, Nathan Steele. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. The Tigers have scored 3 so far here in the third. They lead 10-3. Tiger Vision, along with Texarkana Game Day, bringing you local high school baseball this beautiful Friday night. A breaking ball swung on and fouled out of play.
Been impressed with this Tiger lineup, how they've caught up. You know, Ty came out in the first inning, and I'm thinking, hey, man, I mean, it may be a long night for the Tigers, but they figured it out. Just get the bat on the ball and started poking it into gaps, and that's what's been the difference in the ballgame so far.
The 2-2 pitch high and outside for ball number 3. Going to bring the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner on second for the Tigers. Let's see what Ty Wade does here. It's a breaking ball, swung on and missed. And that'll be out number 3. Before we take you to commercial, we want to remind you about the new Texarkana Game Day app. If you have not downloaded it yet, go over and download the free Texarkana Game Day app. You can keep up on all of the local Texarkana high school teams, notifications, sports, and all of the news from around the area. Go over to your app store, no matter what kind of phone you have, and download the free Texarkana Game Day app. And with that, we're going to take a break. The Tigers lead 10-3 over the Crosstown Hogs. We'll be back with more high school baseball action right here from Tiger Field.
If you're thinking of building or remodeling, start your project with Red River Lumber and the Design Center. Our full-line lumber yards are stocked with the building materials you need for your project. The Design Center offers doors and windows, flooring, cabinetry, countertops, appliances, and more. And our team will help guide your project every step of the way. Take advantage of our custom kitchen design service. We'll help visualize your project with a 3D rendering of how your new space will look. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a Day One sponsor of Texarkana Game Day.
Welcome back to Tiger Field. Brian Bolt alongside Eric Aiken. We're live here for Texarkana Game Day and Tiger Vision, bringing you Friday night baseball. We're used to doing Friday night football, but we're doing Friday night baseball tonight. I see him over there.
You got to act right because you're on camera right there, man.
Well,
Look at this.
I always act right. You may not, but
Yeah, you need to look at the camera like say hi, Mom, or something. I mean,
I'm trying to do my job. Shane Sutton up for the Arkansas High Razorbacks. The Razorbacks down 10-3 here as we enter the top of the fourth inning. Luke Smith still on the mound for the Tigers. Here's a fastball, swung on and fouled over the backstop. For strike number 2, going to even up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes, and some activity in the bullpen for the Razorbacks. Looks like we'll have a new pitcher come into the ball game for the Hogs. The 2-2 pitch from Smith. A fastball right down the middle, going to be swung on and fouled into foul territory. They're giving chase. And number 6, Jacob Yao, the third baseman, almost coming up with a great catch, but just could not track it down. So that'll keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes for the first hitter of this fourth inning for the Razorbacks.
so Brian, I got a question for you.
Okay, I got an answer. You may not like it.
You're right. You're right.
The 2-2 pitch, it's a breaking ball. It's right down the pipe. No swing, but strike number 3, and that'll be the first out of the inning for the Tigers. What you got?
So have you you've been playing Wordle by chance?
I have not. I've heard of it, but I'm not sure exactly what it is.
It's a word game, Wordle.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could come up with that much. This one driven out into center field, and Knox Pilgreen makes easy work with that line drive.
So search Wordle, and then you go
Okay.
play the game.
Is it
And
like
then you try to guess what the 5-letter word is.
what's that other game that's kind of like that? What's it called?
Scrabble?
Scrabble.
No, it's
Scrabble.
not like
Okay,
Scrabble.
okay,
You make
well,
up words that
oh.
get points.
Well.
This, you have to figure out what word that they're wanting you to get. It's
two outs here.
You'll go
in the
back to your
top
Wheel
the
of
fourth.
Fortune days, RSTLNE.
Now, I do like to play Wheel of Fortune.
What?
Oh, yes. I love to watch it. My wife gives me so much grief for watching it.
Because she beats you every time.
No, she doesn't even play. She just, I mean.
It'll be 4 letters, and Angie will go, blah. She'll just blurt out the answer, and I'm like, I was still trying to get it, honey. Can I not get one, please?
No, she won't even play with me. She hates to watch it. She thinks it's too old school. I love it. I love it. But regardless of that, the 2-1 pitch from Luke Smith to the plate. It's a fastball fouled over to the Tiger dugout for strike number 2. Up to the plate is Dylan Cloran for the Arkansas High Razorbacks. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in the top of the fourth. The umpire not quite ready for Luke Smith. He says, let's get this on. he feels it getting a little late as well.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the time limit left in the game is. I'm kind of curious.
The 2-2 pitch, a breaking ball. The check swing by Cloran. He will not go. That'll bring the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So here's the payoff pitch from Smith. It's a fastball right down the middle. Going to be fouled over the backstop.
So if we started at 7:30 straight up, we should have about 30 minutes left here in the ballgame.
I don't know how me and you made it during football season. That next fastball going to be spiked into the dirt. Cloran will draw a walk.
I will tell you this. If gas prices keep going up, I'm probably not going to be on the road doing games this fall.
Unless I start getting younger, I may not be on the road doing ball games. We were getting in at 1 or 2 a.m. and
we did that one time.
I'm old, man.
One time.
I was tired.
But you'll get up. You'll get up at 3 a.m. to go duck hunting. Now let's put this into perspective.
Well, I don't know.
10-3 in favor of the Tigers tonight.
A breaking ball by Smith falls in there for strike number 1. Going to bring up Jalen Betts, the right fielder for the Hogs. Betts got a lot of speed. If he could put it on the ground, he's got a good chance of beating out the throw. That one, a knee-high fastball on the outside corner, called for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes for Betts. Cloran stands on first base for the Razorbacks.
We are here in the top of the 4th inning at Tiger Field.
0-2 pitch, a breaking ball, check swing. He says he goes. They'll tag him out at the plate. And so no hits, 1 hit, 1 runner left on, and no runs scored here for the Razorbacks in the top of the 4th. We're going to take a break, but we'll be back with more Texas High versus Arkansas High right here with Texarkana Game Day and Tiger Vision.
Commercial services, electrical panel installation, circuit breaker installation, led by Master Technician Jay Strickland, and multiple specialty services.
Brian Bolton, Eric Aiken back at Tiger Field, where the Tigers lead the Razorbacks 10-3. Tonight's ball game brought to you by some of our great sponsors: State Bank, Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, Gregor Auto Group, Texana Bank, TXK Marketing, Foam Pros, Browning Homes, Kelly Ashbrook State Farm, Total Medical Supply, Commercial National Bank, Dr. Pepper. The first pitch of the inning is going to be off the end of the bat. They're going to call that a foul ball, and Even the batter agrees there. I would have tried to take my base, but that's number 9, Knox Pilgrim. He's an honest guy. Ryan Wardlaw on the mound for the Hogs now. That breaking ball going to be swung on and missed. Ty Wade will move to shortstop, so they'll just switch places there. Some more Game Time sponsors for you. Conterra, Express Employment, Sports Magic, Livewire, Red River Lumber, Phone Pros, and Complete Computing Systems. We appreciate all of our sponsors that make it possible for us to bring you high school athletics each and every night through Texarkana Game Day and Tiger Vision. So that's going to be strike number 3 for the first out of the bottom of the 4th inning. That's going to bring up number 16. Nope, excuse me. We're going to have a different hitter in here. Let's see who this is here. Is that 13? Sawyer Pritchard?
Yeah, we're trying to get some different guys in. Pritchard's in.
Sawyer Pritchard. He is.
He started last night's game.
He's actually playing in the field right now, but they had someone DHing for him, so they're going to kill the DH and let Pritchard hit. So he's in the ball game, and he'll take that one for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Pritchard. The 1-1 pitch from Wardlaw. It's a fastball, knee high for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to senior infielder Sawyer Pritchard. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball right back to the pitcher. And Ty Wardlaw reached down with his bare hand and tried to catch that one, but could not get a hold of it, and it'll roll right up the middle for a base hit for Pritchard. His first appearance of the ball game at the plate. He's got a hit. So that'll bring up number 7, the left fielder, Brennan Allred. Pritchard at first base. Wardlaw falling off the mound there with that fastball, but it'll be in the dirt for ball number 1.
You know, early in the season in these tournaments like this, you're really trying to figure out who's going to play where, trying some different things sometimes. Who's going to be your DH? I think that's really important. Probably the biggest thing in a lot of these games is who's going to be your best hitter on the team. And even if you put them in the field or not in the field, they've got to be in that lineup some way.
That last pitch, a fastball on the outside corner for strike number 1. Going to even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a breaking ball in the dirt. The runner will stay. Nice job by Trumbull there to keep that ball in front of him. 2 balls and 1 strike.
So score is 10-3 in favor of the Tigers tonight as we are in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Runner will go. Here's the throw from Trumbull. It's a good throw, but just missed by Ty Wade. It'll roll out into center field, and safe will be the runner. Tonight's ball game brought to you by one of our great sponsors, Browning Homes. If you're looking to build on your land or interested in a new custom home in a great local neighborhood, Browning Homes can help. They currently have homes available in the new, beautiful Mallard Pond subdivision. Give Kevin Browning a call at 903-793-1739 and start your adventure towards your dream home today with Browning Homes. That next pitch in there for strike number 2, gonna bring a full count. For number 7, Allred. Here's the payoff pitch. It's right down the middle. It's going to be driven to shortstop Ty Wade. He takes it off the chin, and everyone will be safe. Ty Wade rubs his chin a little bit. I don't know if he took that one off the nose or the chin, but he got in front of it, kept it on the infield, but that never feels good when you take one off the face.
Yeah, I think he's...
Coach Berry going to call time and give him a little breather. Well, we thought they were going to, but he's checking for a little blood. No time is called. Runners on first and second for the Tigers. 1 out. Wardlaw breaking ball in the dirt. Trumbull has no play with it.
Yeah.
Both runners will advance.
watching Ty Wade out there. He's still rubbing that chin a little bit. The ball was hit hard and bounced up and caught him. Looks like you said, in the chin.
Never feels good to take one to the face area at all. So while the umpire cleans the plate off, Trumbull will go out to the mound. So we hope that Ty Wade is okay and nothing is broken. But speaking of broken things, if you got a broken phone, go over to Phone Pros. Best phone repair business, 7 years running, voted on by Texarkana residents. Got a cracked screen or a battery problem? Head over to Phone Pros at 4116 Gibson Lane in Texarkana, Texas, and let the pros take a look.
Phone Pros.
Phone Pros, that's right.
We know the guys that own that.
Yeah. Actually fixed my phone not long ago.
What'd you do to it?
I just had a cracked screen. It was actually just a screen protector or whatever it's
Oh.
called. The tempered glass.
The
whatever.
tempered glass, yeah. I got one of those on mine.
But they took care of it real quick. Took it in, less than 5 minutes, pulled it off, put me another one on there, out the door.
$40 later. No.
I just told them to bill me.
It bill you. I bet you did. Yeah.
That one going to be in the dirt for ball number 3 to Nate Minnie.
Oh, I can't wait to see that bill. It's going to cost them more to,
I'm sure,
to bill you than to fix the phone.
Runners on second and third for the Tigers. 1 out. The 3-0 pitch right down the middle for strike number 1. Brian Bolt along with sleepy Eric Aiken.
Yep. You talk about Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital. We can see that right over the right field wall here.
A big swing and a miss by Nate Minnie. He wants that one back. That was a nice cut right there. He would have hit that one all the way out to the Texana Bank sign. But he swings and misses, and that'll bring the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Minnie. Wardlaw on the mound. The 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball right down the middle, and Nate Minnie doesn't swing, and he's headed to the dugout. That's out number 2.
I'll tell you what else we see over that right field wall. I don't know if you've driven past it, but there's the golf center or the golf training facility that Texas High has. Have you seen that facility?
I've seen it from the road.
Yeah, it is phenomenal. I haven't been inside of it, but I've seen pictures. They've got a golf simulator. I mean, the kids can hit from indoor to outdoor. And, you know, when it's cold weather, they can still hit. I mean, it's pretty phenomenal what they can do with it with that facility.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the Hilton Garden Inn for a second there. And Wardlaw with that breaking ball just fooling everyone. No one's hit that breaking ball so far. He throws it again for another strike. No balls and 2 strikes to number 14, Robert Cheney. Luke Smith awaits on deck. 2 outs. Here at the bottom of the 4th. The 0-2 pitch is going to be swung on and fouled into foul territory, but giving chase is Sutton. He actually overran the ball, but it falls foul. Cheney will have another chance. Big yawn there from my partner. So no balls and 2 strikes to Cheney. Wardlaw shakes off his first pitch. He throws the second. It's a breaking ball outside. A nice pitch right there. Was not in the strike zone, but he was trying to get the batter to chase it outside. So a good choice there by Wardlaw. That's ball number 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cheney. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Another breaking ball. It falls right across the zone for strike number 3. And so no hits, 2 men left on, and no runs scored here in the bottom of the 4th. We're headed to the 5th inning. It may be our last, so make sure you come back. We got more baseball right here at Tiger Field on Texarkana Game Day and Tiger Vision.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Welcome back to Texas High, where the Texas High Tigers lead the visiting Arkansas Razorbacks by a score of 10-3. Luke Smith still on the mound for the Tigers.
What's so funny about Luke Smith being on the mound?
I'm laughing at you.
Oh, okay.
Number 1, Luke Paxton, going to be at the plate for the Hogs. 2 balls and no strikes quickly to Paxton. Paxton got a lot of speed. We've seen him with 2 base hits so far tonight, a couple stolen bases, and a 1 run scored. The 2-0 pitch right down the middle for strike number 1. So we appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. Texarkana Game Day along with Tiger Vision. That one, a check swing, but he went around for strike number 2. Tonight's broadcast being brought to you by TXK Marketing. For all your small and medium business marketing needs, call TXK Marketing in Texarkana. They're locally owned and operated and can provide marketing plans, digital and graphic marketing. They're also Google and Apple certified. They have a wide variety of options for all of your marketing needs. Give them a call at 903-824-3293. That's TXK Marketing. And so the full count pitch right down the middle, swung on and missed by Paxton. That'll be out number 1. Luke Smith has pitched all 5 innings for the Tigers so far. And he is still as hot as he was in the first inning. So 1 strikeout for him so far here in the 5th. It's going to bring up the starting pitcher for the Razorbacks, who has now moved to shortstop, the Arkansas Razorbacks in Fayetteville, commit Ty Wade.
I'll tell you what, this park is one of the most beautiful parks here in not just Texarkana, but in the area. As Coach McClure, he does not let the grass grow. He's mowing it all the time and loving on it. And this field is in immaculate condition.
Yes, it is. The 2-1 pitch, it's going to be swung on and hit hard, but it's going to be into foul territory, and that'll be in the books as strike number 1.
So you grew up around a baseball park, I'm sure, playing a little bit. Did you ever, when you got a foul ball, take it to the concession stand, get you a snow cone or a cookie or a pickle?
A pickle. A pickle. A snow cone or a pickle. You know, those big ballpark pickles? I don't know if they still do them like that, but I still buy them. I go over to Atwood's. You know, you can get the Best Made in the plastic big jugs.
You buy those big pickles?
I do. And I'll tell you something after this pitch.
Yeah,
so
I want to hear this.
The 2-2 pitch to Wade, it's a breaking ball.
That didn't break.
It did not break. He got out of the way. He was afraid of getting hit in the face once more.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring our count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Luke Smith, the payoff pitch. It's a breaking ball. This one's going to be driven into left field, and it's going to get down in fair territory. Wade's rounding first. He's headed to second. He's going to stop at second. He was wanting to go to third, but Coach said, no, big guy, hold up there at second. So what I was going to tell you, those Best Made pickles, okay, they're so good. But I'll tell you what else I buy from Atwood's.
What else do you get?
I get a jug of Best Made pickle juice. Just the pickle juice. There's no pickles in it. So I buy the pickles, and I eat the pickles and I drink the juice, but I also get a jug of just the juice.
Do you freeze the juice?
No. I keep it in the refrigerator. I'm drinking about a month. A jug of a gallon of pickle juice.
I bet you never get cramps.
I do not. I do not.
With all that working out you've been doing, you never get cramps.
Yeah, I've been working out. I'm not cramping, but I ain't working out either. But, yeah, man, I do. That's the only place you can buy just pickle juice.
Is Atwood's.
Yep, and you can only find it every now and then because usually I go in there and I buy all they have on the shelf. And I take some to my parents. They like it. Yeah.
Huh.
I grew up. So the backstory is my family made pickles when I grew up. So I grew up loving pickles.
They made pickles.
They made pickles.
You
yes.
usually
we grew we grew
Your
cucumbers.
Okay.
And we pickled them. Into pickles, dill pickles.
So what was the process of that?
Now I said they did it. I didn't do it. My dad still does it. He jars 30 or 40 jars of pickles every year. Takes a lot of time. That's probably why I don't do it.
Well, why hadn't you brought?
I've got the recipe. I can bring you a
recipe.
Jar. I can bring
Just
you a jar.
bring me the dang pickles.
I can bring you a jar of them.
I don't need the recipe. Bring me the pickles.
1-1 count to Ryan Wardlaw.
We had a
nice breaking ball in there for strike number 2.
Angie and I served at a church in Atlanta as youth pastors, and our pastor's wife, she made those dill pickles and put just enough jalapenos and sweetness in it. Oh,
yeah.
And she's since passed on, but man, them pickles were good.
Yeah, my dad puts a little bit of a spice to it. It's not spicy where you can't eat it, but it gives the dill a little sharper. He doesn't do the sweet. Well, I take that back. Every now and then he'll do like the bread and butter pickles.
Yeah,
or
bread
whatever
and butter.
called.
That's what she did.
He'll make some of those. He'll slice them up, but the rest of the time he just does the full cucumber pickles.
Yeah, she would do those bread and butter pickles. And
2-2 pitch, breaking ball, going to be driven down the third base line, but foul.
Folks, it's amazing how a conversation can go from a foul ball to somebody canning pickles.
That's right.
All over.
Only in the South.
The ballpark?
Only in the South. They don't get this up north.
They might.
Don't talk about canning pickles at a ball game.
Yeah. Heard a comedian the other day. He goes, listen, I'm up north. I know, sweet tea. Like you order sweet tea here. They're like, no, we have sugar on the table.
Yeah.
You can put sugar in
that
right there in it. But here it's already made. We call it sweet tea. It's syrup in a lot of places.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times when you order, you just order tea because it's supposed to come sweet. You know
that's
what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's about like a Tex-Mex place not having chips and salsa.
Speaking of Tex-Mex, what was that place we ate at? Where were we at? Well, football season. We went and ate at that Tex-Mex joint.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Cajun Tex.
No, that was good too.
That was Marshall.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
that was good. But no, we ate at a Tex-Mex joint. Where were we at?
Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, what was
Jalapeno
it called?
Tree?
Jalapeno Tree.
Yeah, when you got what you thought, but it really wasn't that.
It was not. Yeah. 2-2 pitch, a high fastball swung on and missed for strike number 3. That is out number 2 here in the top of the 5th. I assume that our time is out.
It should be getting close. It is 9:08, and we started at 9:15. Excuse me, at 7:30. So we should be over by 9:15.
So this may be the Razorbacks' last chance to get some runs on the board before time runs out. Fastball in the dirt, swung on and missed. There's going to be a throw.
He's there. He
to
was
third.
under the throw.
Yes,
yeah.
That's a good call by the umpire. Ty Wade was there. A nice job, though, by Reese, Cody Reese, for the Tigers to corral that one and get a nice, strong throw down to third base to Yao.
Is Ty a junior or senior this year? I believe he's a junior.
I think he's a junior, yeah.
Yeah, good-looking junior.
Smith to the plate, a fastball, belt high for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Scott Trumbull, the catcher for the Razorbacks tonight. Ty Wade stands on third base. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Smith. It's a breaking ball, no swing, and Cody Reese bodies up on that one and keeps it in front of him to keep their lead 10-3 and keep Wade on third base.
Yep.
So Luke Smith going the distance tonight for the Tigers. The 1-2 pitch from him. It's right down the middle. Trumbull's going to lift it out into left field. It's way, way back, but not too far for Brennan Allred. He tracks it down for out number 3. And so we're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. When we come back, from these commercials right here on Texarkana Game Day along with Tiger Vision.
I'm Dr. Matt Young from Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital. We have expanded to increase our outstanding services for our community. We are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We are a full-service emergency department and are now offering inpatient services and outpatient imaging. Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, real ER without the wait, where your hometown physician owners are always here for you.
So welcome back here on Texarkana Game Day along with Tiger Vision. We are live here in Texarkana, Texas, where the crosstown rivals are playing each other tonight. The Arkansas High Razorbacks come across town to Tiger Field to play the Texas High Tigers, but the Tigers are leading 10-3 as we're here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ryan Wardlaw is on the mound for the Razorbacks. And number 2, Jacob McGuire, will enter the game to hit.
Just went over to the official timekeeper, and we're less than 9 minutes away. At 9:20 is drop dead time, and so we should finish this inning if Texas High can extend it. Ball game.
And so Jacob McGuire takes that one for strike number 1. 3 balls and 1 strike to McGuire, the senior outfielder for the Tigers. Here's one, and he fouls over the Tiger dugout for strike number 2. Going to bring up 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Tell you what's fun is.
And a breaking ball falls in there and rings him up for strike number 3. McGuire retired for the first out of the inning.
What's fun here at the ballpark is to see all the different ages of people coming to watch kids play. And then those that have had kids that have come through the program and they still come out, they just love Tiger baseball and the tradition that's here.
Number 4, Chandler Chapman, a senior right-handed outfielder, will step up to the plate and be put into the ball game, and he will face Ryan Wardlaw for the Razorbacks on the mound. And so the umpire says no pitch.
Yeah, he wasn't even behind the plate, Brian.
No, he was not, but he's taking his time.
He's trying to get to 9:20.
So here's the first pitch. Instead of a ball, first pitch is going to be a strike in there for strike number 1 to Chandler Chapman.
I'm trying to get to 9:20 without falling asleep.
Wardlaw's second pitch. That one's in there for strike number 2. A nice belt-high fastball right on the inside corner of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's a breaking ball swung on and missed by Chapman. 3 pitches. He heads back to the dugout. That's going to bring up number 12, Matt Minzer. Minzer.
Uh-huh.
Matt Minzer.
So, what you got planned this weekend?
I'm probably going to come out here and watch Camden Fairview play tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy and his wife, she's going to come to town, and so they're going to end up staying after tomorrow's game.
And you're going to remind him 12. And you need to get a shirt made tomorrow before you come out at 12-0. Just
I
see
don't
if he
have
knows.
to. I know, and he knows. This one's going to be hit to the second baseman, and this is going to be through for a hit. Number 12, Matthew Meinzer.
Matt
He is
Meinzer.
going to come in, and the first pitch he sees, he goes the opposite direction and pushes it right past the second baseman, and he's going to stand on first base.
So Meinzer had some fans back here, let me just tell you.
Well, Meinzer standing on first base.
Awesome. Good for that kid.
That's going to bring up number 3.
And another shot out.
Jordan Crouch. Jordan Crouch into the ball game. His first pitch he sees, he strikes one. So 2 guys put into the ball game, and the first pitch they see, they're swinging, making the most of their opportunity. It's going to bring up number 9, the center fielder, Knox Pilgreen. He'll stay in the ball game. Knox is a 9th grader.
Yes, I've said that already. He's
So
a freshman.
a nice.
Which is also a freshman.
I don't listen to half the stuff you say. And so Knox gets out of the way of that chin-high fastball. Coach Berry is going to come out and check on his pitcher. His pitcher says that something is wrong. So he's gonna come out. Something's going on with the pitcher here, and he tells
Paxton.
He tells
Paxton.
Tell coach.
Paxton's coming in.
Yeah. He's telling coach that something's wrong with him, so he's going to bring Luke Paxton in from out in right field. Not sure who's going to head out into the field for Paxton. No one yet has left the dugout. Coach Berry said, give me just a second. He's got to find somebody to come off the bench for Paxton.
And Brian, just like
and actually, that's not Paxton. That's going to be Jalen Betts.
You are
so you
correct.
confused me. Paxton's in center field.
I got you. I had Paxton in
Jalen Betts over in right field. He'll come in and pitch. I saw him pitch a little bit last year. He's just a nice throw you strikes kind of pitcher. Not going to give you anything too fancy, but he's going to put balls into the strike zone and let his
we still got warm-up pitches going on, and
yeah, we're not sure what's going on. He hasn't warmed up at all. He says he's ready. They just now get the right fielder in.
Yep.
And so I think everyone may be ready to go home. No balls.
We had
two balls and no strikes.
We had 2 quick outs, and we're 2 minutes away from 9:20.
Yes, we are. Second pitch from Betts right down the middle for strike number 1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Knox Pilgreen. This one gets past the catcher, Trumbull. Both runners will advance to second and third. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The Tigers still leading pretty heftily, 10-3. And there's ball number 4. Pilgrim will trot down to first base. That's going to bring up Sawyer Pritchard. Sawyer Pritchard has making his second plate appearance. Dalton Rayleigh